Guys, it's Bree with Shaw Family Budgeting, where we share videos on finances, lifestyle, and motivation. Today's video, I'm going to show you how we set up our 2021 budget and our budget binder. Stay tuned to see what's inside. Alright, here is my budget binder. This is just a simple 3-ring binder. You can get this at Walmart for $9.88. I picked mine up at Goodwill for less than $1. You can add in a cute little cover if you want. I hadn't got that far yet. So I'm going to show you how I budget for the whole year and what sheets I use. I will link these down below. Both of the printables that I have were free that I found on other blogs. So the first one here is just my nest egg ones. I keep track of our savings, and these, along with my monthly trackers, are from printablesbydesign.org. They were free. They come in different colors. Super cute. So on the savings tracker here, I have one account that keeps my sinking funds, like I said, and I put the date. My description is the week of for that sinking funds. I try to do sinking funds every week, how much I deposited, if I had to take out, and then obviously my balance. And then my other one is just our regular savings account. And again, I just track that as well. I do have extras. That way, if I'm overzealous and I can save more than what's on this page, I can go ahead and fill those out. I also go ahead and I keep these little note cards in here just in case for the week I need to write down any bills that come out and I want to keep it in my wallet where I don't have to come back to this. Or if I'm out and I need to know how much is left over in the account or something of that nature, I have it already written down. And then I did get these little month tabs. However, as you can see with these folders, you can't see them. I already had them, so I didn't waste the money on them, but I did keep them in here. So I use these folders here. You can get a 2-pack at Dollar Tree, and you need 12, of course, so it's $6 plus tax. They have these little hole punches in them, and they also came in different colors. Like I said, there's one for each month. So this is January's. Inside, I have 2 envelopes. I have one that I keep receipts that I have, and this one I hadn't labeled yet, but this I keep any statements that I get in the mail, like our lot payment, the internet bill, anything that still comes in a paper version that I don't have the option of having electronically billed. On this right side here, I have a spending tracker. Ideally, since we're paying off debt, we wouldn't use anything outside of our fund money, what's already allotted for groceries and gas, but realistically, you're going to sometimes spend outside of those. So whether that's eating out or an extra Walmart trip, or I bought something that wasn't on the list at Walmart, I want to track it on here. That way at the end of the month, I can see what we bought that wasn't in our budget originally and see if there's a way to combat that so that I don't do that again the following month. It's just kind of a nice reminder for me to see how we're spending out of budget. And similarly to before, I have an extra one. This again is by printablesbydesign.org. I color matched, so mine's the same color as my nest egg printable, but she has different colors that you can choose from. On the left here, I have 2 different things. We have our paychecks here. So, and I had them backwards. You go ahead and you can put the month up here, and then it does summary, pay date, amount, and notable. So for me on my summary, I put the actual working days, and then the pay date, I put the date. We get paid on Mondays, but if it's a holiday, it's on a Tuesday. So that's what the T markings are. Obviously, you'd put the amount, and then notable, I put like holiday pay. This includes Christmas, so we will get Christmas Eve and Christmas Day holiday pay. This includes New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so we will get those pay. And then my husband is actually having surgery in January, and he will have the whole month off. So the first week of January, we are taking vacation pay, and then after that, we have short-term disability. So I mark those on here, just so I know when I'm budgeting in the bills later, that I know, for example, this paycheck is going to be shorter because it's short-term. Vacation is not that much shorter, but it is a little bit shorter. And then holiday paychecks usually are bigger. So I kind of just have that in mind. And then at the end of the month, you can do total income, expenses, and the monthly balance. Then these come with 5 paycheck expense trackers for each week. And it has, you can name what it is, the date, the amount, and notable. On the notable side for these, I put if it's auto pay, if it's cash, money order, because I do have a couple things like our lot rent and our water have to be paid by money order. and then so on for the second check, third, fourth, and then if there was a fifth, it would go down here. And then after each check, you can put the total amount of expenses. What I like to do after I pay the bills and I reconcile with the account, once it's come out of my account, I put a little check mark next to these. And then also I pencil these in. That way, if anything changes, whether it's an amount, the way I'm going to pay it, if the due dates change, I can come in and pencil those in and change them. I've already had several things change. Since we found out that my husband was having surgery, I had some pay amounts that changed, and then we took out the sinking funds for those weeks that the check is shorter, so I went ahead and took those out. And then, for example, our gym membership changed from the 28th to the 15th, so I had to go in and pencil in and change that. The last thing I keep in here is an overview of the month. So this one comes from justagirlandherblog.com. Again, it was free to print. She had different versions you could print, different colors, different fonts, things like that. I like to have an overview that is, again, it's penciled in case I have to change it, of the monthly bills. Let me zoom out there a little bit. So the monthly bills, and then I will put dates on here that are holidays. So for example, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on a Monday, and that's usually when we get paid. So instead we will get paid Tuesday. So I can kind of have an overview of that. And she does still have 2020 up if you want to go ahead and print December, even though we're almost through with December. And so, like I said, I have one for each month. So that's January. And then it just goes on February, March, April, and it just keeps going. Now, what I do to go ahead and set up my yearly budget is I take last year's budget, or even just a sheet that has the monthly normal bills. So like here is December's, and I would take it and I would write down these monthly bills that come out on these two sheets and the dates. And then if there's anything I think we should cancel, I could go ahead and do that. And then I also reconcile this with my bank statement. So I look on there and make sure that there's not anything on the bank statement that I didn't have written down coming out. So sometimes we have an added subscription, like I added Amazon Prime, that is $12.99 a month, I believe. But it wasn't written on here yet. And so I caught that on the bank account, which it was intentional to have it come out, but I just forgot to add it to our budget sheet. So I check on there for things like that, so that I can go ahead and add those. And then the last thing I have here is the annual report. And this is again by that printablesbydesign.org, so it matches the other sheets. And it's a financial summary for the year. So we have here, you can put your income, expenses, if you had any charity, debt, savings, and for each of the months, and then your totals. You can put your goals for next year, and then anything that was notable. I did put 2021 on here, which it should be 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and then change that, and I'm going to go in and write in for 2020, and then I'll have a new one that I can keep up with every month just to see where we're at for the year at a glance. And I love that. And I love that those were free, so that made it cheap and easy to set up. So if you buy the envelopes, you can get a 40 count at Dollar Tree. And then again, like I said, these folders were 2 count at Dollar Tree for $1, so $6 for a year. And then the binder, if you had to buy new, was $9.88. So for $17 plus tax, you could set up your whole year binder. Less if you could find your binder at a thrift store, or if you already had one. You could technically, let me just show you real quick, you could use a smaller one. Here, I don't know how well you can see that, how much ring space is left. I thought this was the perfect amount where it wasn't too full, but it wasn't too thin either. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you would like to keep seeing more videos from me. And as always, have a great day.